Well, you can hear the noise, you can feel the noise ahead of this match. Denmark against Belgium, 5 o'clock UK kickoff in the Parken. Let's just remind you of the way the two sides line up here now. For Denmark, first of all, Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Now, many people going for a flat back four, but we suspect 3 across the back. Christensen, Kjær and Vestergaard, with Vass wide on the right hand side and Mæhle on the left as wing backs. Højbjerg and Delaney in the middle, behind Damsgaard, with Poulsen and Braithwaite up top as far as the Danes are concerned. So that's a couple of changes. Vestergaard and Damsgaard come into the side for Eriksson and Vin. Now, as far as Belgium, ranked number 1 in the world, of course, could this be their year? Could this be their tournament? They have Courtois in goal, Alderweireld, De Gea, the Tottenham, 3 across the back, plenty of experience, particularly in 2 of those 3. Meunier, Dendoncker, Tielemans and Hazard in the middle. Mertens earns his 100th cap for Belgium this afternoon. Lukaku down the middle and Carrasco on the left-hand side. That means it's Meunier, De Gea in for Boyata and Castagna. And by the way, for Belgium on the bench, Kevin De Bruyne is on the substitutes bench this afternoon. He has got the medical all clear to play after that cheek injury, but he is on the substitutes bench this afternoon, and they do have those options, Belgium, to come on if things aren't exactly going their way. Plenty of options indeed for Roberto Martinez. What an atmosphere. The players break now and begin their warm-up ahead of kick-off, just a few moments away now. Denmark in a huddle away to the left-hand side in their all-red kit. And a reminder, at the 10-minute mark in this match, listen out for the ball being put out of play by Belgium, and a minute's applause for Christian Eriksen, who of course remains in hospital following the incident at the weekend. Matt Holland, former Republic of Ireland international, alongside me. What an atmosphere, what an occasion, and a much needed win ahead for Denmark. They've got to go for it here, Matt.
They certainly do. It is a special atmosphere. The noise is incredible. The big test is how they react to the Christian Eriksen incident from the weekend. Will it be a positive reaction? Certainly, that's what they'll be hoping for.
Yes, the Belgian side taking the knee as we speak, just ahead of kick-off, and it's going to be Denmark who get us underway, and 3 at the back is how they're lining up. You called it, to be fair to you, Matt, as the teams came through from UEFA suggesting a back 4, but it is 3 across the back. Christensen, Kjær and Vestergaard for Denmark. Denmark attacking left to right as we look at our monitors here in London over the halfway line, and the atmosphere is absolutely electric here, and already we see a pretty strong challenge going on the right hand side of play from Daniel Vass, the Valencia player, and it's a free kick to Belgium on their left. That's Denmark's right. Jason De Gea was the man who was brought down, so nice little marker put in early on, that perhaps just showing a little bit of passion and determination and laying a marker down as the free kick's taken up towards the halfway line now as Denmark look to clear the ball. Christensen, and now it's out wide on the right hand side of play with Højbjerg, who plays the ball through, but there's too much on it, and Courtois comes off his line and claims that comfortably for Belgium. But, well, if you can't play in an atmosphere like this, you can't play at all. But for Denmark, of course, there are other issues to consider, Matt.
Yeah, there are. Obviously, they'll be looking to react positively from the Christian Eriksen incident. Interestingly, they have matched up Belgium. It looks like a 3-4-3 for the Danes to match them up man for man. Individual battles all over the pitch. Who comes out on top in those?
Martin Braithwaite just running towards the left-hand side of play, and now Belgium have got the ball inside their own half with Delaney starting again, and coming from the back with Alderweireld and square for De Gea. He's given the ball away, and an opportunity for Denmark pushing forward here now. It's going to be a right-footed shot. Denmark have got the lead, and it's Yusuf Poulsen who scored a superb through ball. Poulsen had a bit of time on his hands, and can you believe it that in the second minute of the match, Denmark have scored. Yusuf Poulsen is the man, his 9th goal for his country, and it's Denmark 1, Belgium 0.
What an incredible start to the game. Mistake at the back from Belgium, and Denmark capitalise. It's Højbjerg, he reacts quickest. He's pushing high up the pitch in midfield. He wins the ball back and cleverly guides it into the path of Poulsen. He takes his time, he assesses his options, and he drives it past Courtois into the bottom corner. It's given away by Denayer. Tielemans couldn't get on the end of it, but it's great pressing from Højbjerg in midfield, and then he's got the awareness to pick out Poulsen. He drives it into that bottom corner. They couldn't have made a better start. Listen to that noise. Absolutely incredible.
Well, you couldn't have scripted that, could you? I did say there was this great feeling of togetherness, but Jason Denayer for Belgium, sloppy in giving the ball away, and then he couldn't get to Poulsen. Poulsen had more time than he probably thought he would, but it was a cool finish all the same. And Belgium now trying to react quickly with Carrasco down the left-hand side. Plays the ball square inside towards the edge of the penalty area, and the ball whipped in there towards Tielemans, and a flick on with a final header from Mertens into the arms of Kasper Schmeichel. Well, this place was buzzing before kick-off, but the noise is from the sea of red and white around the Parken. Dream start for them into the 4th minute. Denmark 1, Belgium 0 on Talksport, bringing all the action from Euro 2020, and now Denmark have it deep inside their own half.
Yeah, sloppy start, isn't it, from Belgium? Now, I was looking at their schedule and the travel that they've had to go through. They played Russia in St. Petersburg. They now play Denmark in Copenhagen, before then playing Finland back in St. Petersburg. It's a pretty tough schedule for them, but they have started really slowly in this one.
Yeah, it's all Denmark. Belgium, by the way, have won 4 of the last 5 matches at the Euros, as many as they had in the first 13 at the finals. But shocking start, must be said. And now Denmark have the ball on the halfway line. Vass plays the ball forward. Nice little flick being placed. Played at a good intensity here. Højbjerg whips the ball across from right towards the centre of the penalty area. It falls just outside the box, and another opportunity here for Denmark with Mæhle moving towards the 6-yard area, and the save is made by Courtois, and he had to as well. This is electric stuff from Denmark as they move forward again. Belgium can't get it clear. An opportunity here for the Danes as they charge towards the penalty area again with the ball on the right hand side of Damsgaard into the area, and they force themselves a corner here. This is incessant pressure from Denmark. They're absolutely dominating. Nobody could foresee this type of start to this match. Mæhle in the penalty area. Courtois was forced into a good save that was parried away with his left hand, and now Belgium have got the goal kick away to our right.
Well, they're playing with such energy and intensity right from the off. You can see there's a real desire to go and close Belgium down, and it's been set off actually by Højbjerg in the middle of the pitch. He's been terrific. Not just him, everybody's in the same boat, but he obviously played a big part in the goal, and he's got licence today to drive forward. He's playing with such energy.
Lukaku hasn't touched the ball yet in the first 5 minutes of this match, and it's Denmark again pushing forward down the left-hand side. Mæhle, what can he make of it as the ball's whipped across towards the far side, and a header in on goal once again here for Denmark. That time from Daniel Vass is saved by the keeper Courtois. He's busy so far, the Belgian keeper. Decent header from Vass. If anything, it just lacked the power.
Do you know, that just emphasises the positive start from Denmark. Wing back to wing back. Mæhle on the left-hand side, cut back on his right foot and delivered it to his opposite number, Daniel Vass, coming in from that right-hand side. He doesn't get the power that he wanted, and in the end it's an easy save for Courtois, but it's another opening for the home side.
Denmark's 9th European Championship, winners back in 1992. Surprise winners, of course, in 1992. Didn't qualify for 2016, and they failed to get out of the group in 2012. But if they could get a victory here on home turf at the Parken in front of their own fans, who are absolutely making so much noise in Copenhagen, then what Belgium need to do now, Matt, they need to get the foot on the ball and just enjoy a bit of possession to calm the game down.
Definitely. That experience that they've got, just try and get a few passes in, try and slow the game down, because at the moment they're struggling to live with the pressure that Denmark are putting on them. My worry coming into this game for Denmark was that they miss a prolific frontman, and particularly in the absence of Christian Eriksen, someone who's got 36 goals in an international shirt. Their next best is now Poulsen and Braithwaite on 9 each. So it just goes to show that it's an area where they're perhaps lacking, but they just got off to the most perfect start.
Yes, nobody else apart from Eriksen in the squad in double figures for Denmark, as you quite rightly point out. And now the men in red, Denmark, hold the ball up on the halfway line. Vestergaard on the left-hand side of play now. We're into the 8th minute of this match, approaching that 10-minute mark, of course, where Belgium will put the ball out of play. Christensen plays the ball back here towards Højbjerg, holds the ball up on the edge of the centre circle, and they're just strolling around with Vestergaard now as the ball's spread out towards the left-hand side. Danish fans in good voice. Mæhle again, they're just strolling around, and Belgium just can't get the ball off them at the moment. Højbjerg again, controlling things in the middle of the park, slots the ball through for Damsgaard. Damsgaard tries to get the ball left, but Mounier ushers the ball out of play for a goal kick. But that has been a remarkable 8 minutes of play to open this game up for Denmark, who lead here on Talksport by a goal to nil.
Yeah, two sides are just playing at a different tempo. Denmark out the traps, absolutely firing. And it's a brilliant goal from Poulsen to get them off and running. Belgium haven't started yet. They've not been great in possession, and they've not been very good without the ball as well. When you talk about desire to win the ball back, we've seen that from Denmark, but not from Belgium.
Denmark are coming forward again down the left-hand side of play. They really are carving up this match. Poulsen squares the ball towards the edge of the penalty area from Mæhle, and Belgium desperate to get the ball clear. They put the ball upfield, launch the ball towards Lukaku, who slips, and that's the first time he's even seen the ball. Never mind got near to it really, and he slipped just inside the Belgian half of the field, and Denmark have got the ball back, and when they're on the ball they're just slowing the pace down, they're controlling the game. I don't think anybody saw the start to the game that we've got here right now, with Denmark completely dominating and the Danish fans absolutely buzzing right now. The ball knocked forward for Denmark again, aimed towards Braithwaite, towards the edge of the penalty area. Belgium are able to win the ball back though, this time with Carrasco. Plays the ball out wide to the right hand side of Mounier on the halfway line, and they go back into their own half as they try and start again and recycle possession as the ball goes square here towards Hazard on this left hand side, but Denmark getting stuck in, just nibbling away and asking the question. They've won the ball back again here, Denmark. Vast superb there, and a long ball through in the end, and Courtois is there on the edge of his penalty area to grab the ball for Belgium. Belgium have to try and keep hold of the ball and calm this game down, Matt, and I never thought I'd be saying that.
we didn't, absolutely not. It's being played at a relentless pace, the match.
And now Lukaku with his first proper touch of the ball, squares the ball towards Carrasco. Edge of the penalty area now. There's two Denmark players around him though. Denmark lead by a goal to nil here, and we approach the 10th minute mark now, and to the man on the ball for Belgium, Toby Alderweireld, squares the ball out wide towards the right hand side, and it is the 10-minute mark. He's up, and here comes a minute of pause for Christian Eriksen.
They actually didn't even kick the ball out of play. The referee just stopped the game and started the applause, actually, the referee. Incredibly poignant moment. It's a fantastic show of unity throughout the crowd. We saw that banner from the Belgian fans. Belgium loves you, Christian. And you can just hear the reaction. A really, really poignant moment in this game.
The TV pictures show Romelu Lukaku, and this moment of applause is something special. We're back in play now. Belgium resume possession. So the game stopped by our referee, clearly agreed pre-match from both sets of players, and it restarts automatically with Belgium in possession.
And they need to regain the focus, the players now. It's a brilliant moment. That's done and dusted. 80 minutes to go. Forget that, let's move on with the game.
Superbly put together. Both sets of players, coaching staff, the referee, match officials. But as Matt Holland quite rightly points out, time to get on with the game now. Big group points on the line. Denmark a goal up. We never saw that coming. Yusuf Poulsen capitalising on a mistake at the back from Belgium. Now the ball's just inside the Belgian half with Vertonghen. Benfica, of course, his 129th appearance for Belgium this evening, the 34-year-old, and the ball's square on the left-hand side of play now for Hazard up towards Lukaku, who's under a little bit of pressure. Snapping at the heels is Simon Kerr. Kerr able to just win the ball there, and Belgium from halfway tried a long ball through from Dendoncker towards Lukaku, but he had too much on it. And the keeper, Kasper Schmeichel, can't recall, has he had the ball in his hands before that? But anyway, it's a big clearance, he's not hanging around, he's launched it forward already. Schmeichel into the path of Poulsen, square towards the far post, and the ball's bundled wide of the left-hand post from Michael Damsgaard.
There's the youngster arriving at the far post. He gets there first. Challenge from Mounier meant that he wasn't able to guide his shot on target. They've had 3 or 4 good chances already, Denmark. Roberto Martinez will not be happy with what he's seen from his side.
Yes, Michael Damsgaard, his 4th appearance for Denmark tonight. He's only 20 years of age, but he's in on the action already.
Natalie, before the game, said, how do you stop Romelu Lukaku? They've done a good job so far, because I said by playing that back 3, we've got the ability to get someone tight with him.
Ball's running loose here, Denmark on the attack again on the right-hand side of play. Decent opportunity for Brathwaite, square and scrambled away from Belgium just inside the 6-yard area, and that had to be done by Denayer up towards the halfway line, but Belgium have won themselves a throwing back with Hazard midway inside the Belgian half.
Yeah, we talked about Belgium's back 3 and perhaps lacking a bit of pace, and that was in evidence there. Braithwaite going past Vertonghen very easily. Just going back to Lukaku, they've got the ability to have someone go tight with him, and yet someone then can drop off as well and protect that space in behind. And Simon Kerr at the moment, every time Lukaku goes deep and tries to get on the ball, he's following him all the way in and staying really tight.
Denmark have lost their last 3 Euro finals matches, and they've never lost 4 in succession before. Well, they're a goal up. If you have just joined us on Talksport, the 5 o'clock kickoff at the Euros. Denmark 1, Belgium 0. An early goal capitalising on a Belgian mistake at the back. A sloppy clearance into the path of Poulsen, who, to be fair, it was a super finish.
It was a super finish. Just seeing Roberto Martinez bellowing the orders to his team on the pitch. What he should be saying is, when we're out of possession, let's get tight all over the pitch, because at the moment we're standing off Denmark. We're 5 yards off them. We're watching them. We're letting them play. Go and get in their faces and make a challenge.
But what's impressive from Denmark as well is every time Belgium do have possession, they're not giving them an inch. They're closing them down, snapping away at the heels. They're asking the question all the time. Belgium have got themselves a throw-in just inside their own half right now with Torben Hazard, and now up towards Denmark, pushing forward again midway inside the Belgian half with Delaney. Holds the ball up now back towards the centre circle, and calling for it is Højbjerg, who plays the ball square immediately towards Bass on this right-hand side of play. Now here's Brathwaite moving towards the penalty area. A ball fitting through towards the right-hand side. An opportunity for a quality delivery from Yusuf Poulsen, the goal scorer, but he slices it, and it's off target, and it's a goal kick to Belgium.
It's a fabulous passage of play from Denmark again. Interchange of passes, 3 or 4 passes before they slide that ball down the channel for Poulsen to run to. He gets his cross horribly wrong. But again, how much space was he in?
Again, Belgium on the ball. Eriksen's is dispossessed though, and Belgium and Denmark come again here. They're absolutely fighting for everything. Mæhle whips the ball across into the penalty area, aiming for the head of Brathwaite, who can't quite make the connection properly, can't get it on target. That time as well, a bit of credit to the Belgian defender. That time, Jason Denayer, who did enough perhaps to deny the opportunity of getting it on target. It's just wide, but again, a threat from Denmark, and Belgium on the back foot. Denmark 1, Belgium 0. We're in the 17th minute of this match on Talksport.
Well, the 2 Danish wing-backs are proving a real problem for Belgium. They're getting forward to really good effect. It's Mæhle this time down the left-hand side that crosses the ball in towards Braithwaite. It's difficult for him to guide that towards goal. And you're right, Denayer did a really good job of tracking him all the way, but he'd gone across that near post, so it was going to be very difficult for him to beat Courtois from that angle. But the 2 wing-backs are getting forward and delivering balls into the box at will.
And of course, Denmark pushing forward again now with Damsgaard on the left-hand side. That time Belgium were able to win the ball back though, and they need to. Tielemans with a rare touch of the ball and he gives the ball away on halfway. Sloppy again from Belgium. Højbjerg calling the shots, dictating the pace of play in the middle of the park. Centre circle. That time plays it towards Poulsen, the goal scorer. Who, we should mention, by the way, he's always been a decent goal scorer. He has been with Leipzig for quite some time now, has got promotion with them through the leagues, and is their club record appearance holder as well. And he's the difference between the two sides tonight with his 9th goal for his country. Denmark starting again now, just inside their own half. A goal up here with Christensen. Squares the ball out wide towards Braithwaite. Now here's Højbjerg on the edge of the centre circle, where he's sat for most of these 18 minutes so far to make Denmark tick. The sun is shining. It's a very hot, humid day in Copenhagen. Denmark dominating.
They are. Apparently it's the hottest day of the year in Copenhagen, so difficult conditions for the players. Just look at the two teams, and I always think when you play a back three, it's important that your two wider centre-backs are comfortable on the ball, and both sides have got that. Christensen and Vestergaard for Denmark, both happy to be in possession and drive into midfield when the opportunity arises. Likewise Belgium, Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen, both comfortable in possession of the ball.
Yes, and every time Belgium get the ball, Denmark close them down. Nothing's changed where that's concerned. They are absolutely not giving them an inch. As Denmark all in red today now, are deep inside the Belgian half with Højbjerg now back inside here towards Christensen. All the way back towards the edge of the centre circle, and Vestergaard holds it up now as Belgium build patience. Denmark build patiently again, and Belgium are on the back foot. Here's Delaney, whips the ball towards the penalty area. There's too much on it though from Delaney, and he'll go behind for a Belgian goal kick, and that is a bit of welcome respite, I would suggest, for the Belgians.
Honestly, this is incredible. This is, I think, totally the opposite of what I expected from the game. I expected Belgium to dominate possession, force Denmark on the back foot, cause Denmark all sorts of problems going forward with the quality and talent they've got. It's been the complete opposite. Denmark have been in control of this game, had all the ball, they've capitalised on mistakes by the Belgians.
Now the ball's on the left hand side. Belgium coming forward for the first real time in this game. Hazard now has given it away. Again, Denmark really making life uncomfortable for the Belgians, and Daniel Vass picks the ball up and squares it towards the middle of the park, and Poulsen is tackled though. Belgium now able to win the ball back with the Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Leander Den Donker, making his 19th appearance for his country this evening. Back towards the centre circle, and Tielemans, Leicester City hero of course. Now the ball's out wide towards the left hand side on halfway once again for Hazard. 20 minutes gone. Denmark 1, Belgium 0 on Talksport on this Thursday evening. Poulsen the goal scorer after a mistake at the back by Belgium. Now Belgium ranked number 1 in the world, of course. Is this their year? Can they take the glory in the Euros? Lukaku with his back to goal tries to spin his man, but can't square the ball to one of his own. It goes to a red shirt, and Denmark are able to pick the ball up again here deep inside their own half, and they're knocking the ball about nicely as well, and players running off the ball, and the pass selection is good. Everything about the Danish performance at the moment is spot on.
Absolutely perfect. Just looking at Romelu Lukaku up top, and his hold-up play's been poor so far. 3 or 4 times the ball's gone into him. Once he slipped, and he's given the ball away on the other occasions. And it's good pressure from Denmark, but it has to stick better with Lukaku up top. And he lost the ball just then. Denmark won it, fired it into Damsgaard. His first touch was absolutely perfect, and Denmark were back on the attack. It's got to stick better with Lukaku.
Kasper Hjulmand, the Danish head coach, will be absolutely delighted with this so far. He was appointed in August of last year, so still relatively new to the job. My goodness me, if they were to beat Belgium here tonight, it would be some achievement for Denmark after everything that happened at the weekend, remember. And all the talk about Christian Eriksen and how the players would handle it, it seems to me that the way to handle it is to go on the front foot and absolutely give it everything you've got, Matt, because that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I talked about the individual battles in this game and who's going to come out on top in them. I expected Thomas Meunier and Torgan Hazard to be on the front foot and forcing Vass and Malen backwards. It's been the complete opposite. It's the two wing-backs for Denmark that have been forcing them back. I saw Meunier score against Russia the other day and get himself into those forward positions. He's hardly crossed the halfway line so far.
And even then, Thomas Meunier just a couple of seconds ago has played the ball in from the right-hand side, and whoever he was aiming for, there's absolutely nobody there. It's straight to the arms of Kasper Schmeichel. And it's a frustrating evening so far for Belgium. No doubt about that. Roberto Martinez must be mystified as to how this has happened so far tonight. Plenty of time on their side, and they do have options on the bench, of course. Kevin De Bruyne, if you are just joining us, has been declared fit for action, but he is only on the bench for Martinez tonight. I just wonder when or if we will see De Bruyne come onto the field of play at some stage in the second half, particularly if there's still a goal down.
It's not the worst subs to have at your disposal, is it? Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard on the bench if you need to come on and change things.
Decent options, yes, no doubt. The ball's with Vass on this right-hand side now for Denmark. There's still a goal up here. The right-hand side of play, launch the ball forward now, and it just seems all too easy for Denmark at the moment as they knock the ball towards Delaney, who holds the ball up under a little bit of pressure from Denayer that time. And now the ball's with Daniel Vass again, who squares the ball into the path here of Højbjerg, who's in an advancing role at the moment. Short ball for Damsgaard on the left-hand side of play. And Denmark appearing to have all the time in the world as they whip the ball into the area, aiming there for Yusuf Poulsen once again, but it's into the arms of Courtois in the Belgian goal. 23 and a half minutes gone on Talksport, Euros 2020. It's Denmark 1, Belgium 0, and all Denmark at the moment.
Yeah, one of the good things that they've done, Denmark, is be able to get down the channels of the Belgian defence, and particularly down Vertonghen's side, and drag Denayer out of that central position. And because of Vertonghen's lacking in a bit of pace, they've beaten him quite easily, and Denayer's being dragged out in the middle of that back three.
Some atmosphere as well. It was before the kick-off, and then to get that early goal was remarkable really for Denmark. And it is electric in the Parken. A beautiful day, Copenhagen. The nation is united, no doubt about that. And if they can win this game, to put 3 points on the board, and the group becomes very, very interesting at that stage after 2 games each. And after the 1-0 defeat by Finland in the most traumatic of circumstances, of course, looking to bounce back. Denmark play Russia back in the Parken on Monday, by the way. That is the final day of the group stage in this particular group. Now Belgium looking to enjoy a bit of possession of their own. A ball thrown through towards Lukaku, but that's poor again because Daniel Vass spotted that a mile off, and Vass, midway inside the Denmark half, is able to slide the challenge in and just pick the pockets of Lukaku by winning the ball, and now Denmark have the ball on the left-hand side of play in the Belgian half. Højbjerg plays the ball back here, and they look as though they are in complete control. Simon Kjær, the AC Milan man, who's now got 109 appearances under his belt for Denmark, holding the ball up, and Belgium just not closing them down. I'm disappointed, there's no urgency in the Belgian side, Matt.
None at all. I can't believe how much time and space Denmark have got in the middle of the pitch. Thomas Delaney on the boys, nobody within 5 yards of him.
Now there's a long-range shot coming in for Denmark from, about 30-35 yards. It's off target anyway, but again, Belgium just could not close Denmark down, and the long-range effort was well worth it.
I don't know whether Roberto Martinez anticipated the change of formation from Denmark. Once again, Kjær closing Lukaku down, not allowing him any time on the ball. Fantastic defending. But it's really thrown Belgium, it would appear. I mean, you could view the Danish system as defensive and negative by going to a back three, back five, whatever you call it. But actually it's been the opposite of that.
Ball whipped in towards the edge of the penalty area for Denmark, cleared, but Damsgaard chases after that one, but it's seen out of play for Belgium by Thomas Meunier, and it's going to be a throw-in on that far side. Interesting stats: 7 attempts on goal for Denmark, 1 for Belgium. 3 of Denmark's attempts have been on target, and they are really enjoying what is like a party atmosphere here. And again, they've won the ball back here from Delaney, midway inside the Belgian half of the field now, as they launch forward with Nico Damsgaard again on the left-hand channel. Puts the ball out of play for a Danish throw-in. And it's midway inside the Belgian half. It's incessant. They just won't take the foot off the gas, Denmark. They've won themselves a throw-in on that far touchline now as well. And they're just piling on the pressure constantly.
It's incessant, isn't it? The pressure from Denmark. This is a really passionate performance from them. They're channeling their emotion in exactly the right way.
Naylor fouled by Dendoncker on the far touchline. Midway inside, well, it's almost towards the penalty area, the Belgian penalty area, so a decent opportunity here for Denmark. Can they make something of it? In the 28th minute on Talksport, Denmark 1, Belgium 0 is the scoreline. A very early goal. Now here's Daniel Vass standing over the ball for Denmark. Also, opportunity, the referee blows the whistle and the ball's whipped into the penalty area, but it's headed away. That time by Ganea, and it's a throw-in again for Denmark on that far touchline. They're not in a rush to take this. They're in complete control of the game. Joachim Naylor is the man who's going to come across. It's almost level with the edge of the Belgian penalty area now, this throw-in, and Naylor tries to go around his man, and again he's tripped. And it's another free kick for Denmark, and Belgium being drawn into some silly fouls here. And that's Mertens, who's just left his foot in there. And that's a little bit foolish for Mertens, winning his 100th cap for Belgium tonight, but Christensen up from deep inside his own half. And there's 6 Danish players in the penalty area now. Outside the box is Højbjerg. Vass is standing over the ball on the far touchline. Vestergaard's up as well in the area, looking for the set piece. And the referee just controlling things in the penalty area. Now, free kick to be taken by Vass on that far touchline. Whips it in, right-footed, straight into the arms of Courtois. And Courtois now will get the ball clear as quickly as he can to relieve a bit of pressure on the Belgian team as he launches the ball forward. And coming back and doing some decent defensive work there is Andreas Christensen. Puts the ball out of play on this near side, and Belgium have a throw-in of their own deep inside the Denmark half, and how they need a little bit of relief away from the pressure of their own penalty area.
They just need to improve in every area, in every department. You would never rule them out. We know how a fantastic side they are. With what we said, they're ranked number 1 in the world, and in qualifying they scored 40 goals. So they're more than capable at the top end of the pitch. They haven't been in the top end of the pitch anywhere near enough because Denmark have dominated.
Well, they have really had a decent opportunity so far in the opening, half an hour of this match now. Mertens winning his 100th cap for Belgium, so we congratulate him for that. He's the 5th player to reach a milestone alongside the Tongan, Witsel, Alderweireld and Hazard. More than any other nation with 100 plus caps in the Euro 2020 tournament. That is a measure of the experience in the Belgian squad. And now, whatever happens from here, they are going to have to dig deep and find some of that experience to try and get themselves back into this game.
You talk about the experience. I looked at the numbers before this game. 1,349 combined caps and 241 combined goals.
Did you work that out
in
yourself?
this squad? No.
Honest answer, Matt. Fair play. Up towards halfway now as Belgium come forward with Hazard now. Left hand channel. Carrasco moving towards the penalty area, putting Denmark under pressure here, but there's a strong challenge coming in there from Daniel Vass, and it's behind for a corner. A rare opportunity for Belgium to create something here. Carrasco's going to come over and take it. A sea of red and white shirts behind that goal, away to the left hand side. What can Belgium make of this now with Carrasco, the man who's going to take the corner kick? He plays the ball short here towards Hazard. Now they're going backwards, and they're just going back to where they were as Hazard brings the ball back. And again they go back towards the edge of the centre circle. There's a completely wasted corner from Belgium. Ball chipped forward now towards Meunier. Long ball towards the penalty area. Chasing hard after it here is Hazard. And that, it's unbelievable what we're seeing from such a quality squad. They've just completely wasted a corner there, Matt Holland.
Yeah, they did. Well, they've got another opportunity now because they've got another corner. I expect this one to go in the box.
Yeah, there'll be no messing about with this one. Carrasco, absolutely towards the 6-yard area. There's Kasper Schmeichel to punch the ball clear. Out towards Vertonghen, who tries to return the ball back towards the area, but Denmark have won it back temporarily. As Belgium claim it back after a strong challenge from Alderweireld. Hazard now for Belgium. All in white tonight, the white shirts and white socks of Belgium this evening.
And the Blues will tell you that Belgium are in possession. That's something you haven't heard a lot of because they've hardly had the ball.
Yes, now charging forward, the ball whipped in from the right-hand side from Meunier. It's headed away, and Denmark's defence being tested for the first time in the match, really. Equal to it so far. It's Denmark 1, Belgium 0 on Talksport. And the 33rd minute of this match taking place in the Parken, just outside Copenhagen city centre. Now a throw taken, returned, and out of play. Belgium just, again, frustrated that time. Meunier took the return ball from the throw-in and couldn't keep it in the field of play. And Denmark have got themselves a throw now.
Really sloppy again from Belgium. It's a simple 5-yard pass, just kicked out into touch. And it's taken over half an hour for Belgium to have any sort of pressure. We're not talking about sustained pressure, we're just talking about any sort of pressure. A couple of corners, trying to put Denmark under a bit of pressure, but it just hasn't happened for Belgium at all.
Denmark lost their opening 2 group stage matches in Euro 88 and 2000. They lost all 3 on both those occasions, but things are going well for them here now. They're a goal up as the ball's launched away towards the left-hand side of play, deep inside the Belgian half for the goal scorer Poulsen.
Poor choice of pass from Daniel Vats. He had time and space, and he did brilliantly actually to win the ball back again high up the pitch. Vertonghen unable to react quickly enough. Belgium win the ball, play it forward. Lukaku loses out to Simon Kjær again.
And here come Denmark again. Damsgaard towards the edge of the penalty area, tried to thread the ball through nicely for Brathwaite, and it's returned again back out here towards the edge of the penalty area. A shot coming in there from Damsgaard has just gone wide of the Belgian keeper's right-hand post. But that was good work again from Denmark. Damsgaard with a second opportunity, put it on his left foot and has curled the ball just wide of Courtois' right-hand post.
Oh, it's magic feet, absolutely magic feet from Damsgaard. Finds a bit of space. The Belgian defence, they're just all looking at each other as to say who's supposed to be tight to him. Hazard doesn't get there, Vertonghen doesn't get there, and he's able to just guide a shot towards that far corner, just the wrong side of the post. Another effort on goal.
Now the ball is launched forward towards Lukaku, who slipped again. It's twice he's done that tonight. It's in towards the penalty area as they try and whip the ball into the box for the danger area for Meunier, but Denmark were able to pick the ball up once again and come forward with Joachim Mæhle. Now they're just going to calm things down and hold the ball up and just play some neat football, triangles in their own half of the field. Ball's short for Christensen. Now they move forward towards the Belgian half of the field, but one back by Den Donker for Belgium, up towards halfway now. Still Denmark lead by a goal to 0 with 10 minutes of the first half remaining. If you have just joined us on Talksport, an early lead for Denmark, a magnificent 1 minute's applause after 10 minutes for Christian Eriksen as the game was stopped by the referee, clearly with the agreement of course of both teams, both sets of coaching staff. And since then Denmark have continued to dominate this match. I think it's just gone down awkwardly, but looks as though it's going to be okay. It was just a collision with Meunier. But I think it's important now from a Danish perspective at least to try and hold this lead to half-time now.
Yeah, I mean the big question is whether they can keep this intensity and pace up for the rest of the game, because we know it's a hot day in Copenhagen. It's going to be very difficult, but the first 35 minutes have been absolutely perfect from them.
Yeah, great game plan, spot on. Delaney now level with the edge of the penalty area, left-footed, floats the ball into the box, and they were looking for an opportunity there for Poulsen to have a snapshot on goal, but he was denied that time, and Dene was able to get the ball away.
They've clearly recognised that they can get him down that channel, down the side of Vertonghen, and keep getting in down that right-hand side. Vertonghen's not the quickest. Hazard wants to play a little bit further up the field, and there's a big space to run into. It's not just the forwards that are doing it. On that occasion, it was Thomas Delaney from midfield who recognised the space, made the run, and got on the end of it.
37 on the clock in the Parken. Denmark 1, Belgium 0. You're with Talksport, bringing all the action from the Euros. Balls out on the right-hand side for Belgium, the left for Denmark. It's inside the Belgian half now, and Denmark are able to pick it up again. Pierre-Emil Højbjerg all the way back towards Kasper Schmeichel in the Danish goal. And what an atmosphere there is in the Parken.
Absolutely superb. Just look at that Belgian front three. They've hardly had a kick, have they? How many times have we mentioned Carrasco, Lukaku, Mertens? They've not even been on the ball at all. Lukaku's been totally dominated by Simon Kjær.
Yeah, he slipped a couple of times as well. He might want to look at his footwear at half-time, Lukaku. But he's not seen the ball either. He's not been supplied with the ball because Denmark, they won't let Belgium have possession for any sustained period of time. And the ball's on the halfway now as Denmark with Damsgaard look to hold it up. Plays it short here towards Christensen. Out wide here towards Højbjerg now. Back towards Christensen, holding the ball up. The Chelsea man with his 43rd appearance for Denmark in this game tonight. And then Damsgaard tried to keep the ball in play just on the right-hand touchline, but he slipped. Throw in to Belgium, just a couple of yards or so inside the Danish half. Can Belgium create an opportunity late in this first half? They haven't been able to create anything to speak of really so far. And we didn't think we'd be saying that about a Belgian side that you would think is full of goals. And now Mertens out on the right-hand side of play, moving towards the edge of the Danish penalty area. The boos around because Belgium have got possession. The ball being short here towards Carrasco on the right-hand side. It's dealt with comfortably that time though by Vestergaard. It's cleared deep into the Belgian half once again. Alderweireld is standing over the ball to take the throw in. So again, Belgium had possession but couldn't get near the Danish goal.
Now, Denmark are in a good shape defensively when they lose it. They're happy for Belgium to have the ball at the back. They can play it around the three centre-backs, no problem. But as soon as they start playing the ball into midfield, that's when they get tight.
And the ball's on halfway for Roberto Martinez's Belgian side. Martinez has been in the job almost 5 years now. Foul committed on Thomas Rüdiger, and that's why the Danish fans are booing. The challenge was made there by Vestergaard.
Yeah, they're booing because Vestergaard got the ball first. Kicked it into Meunier.
I've seen a replay of it now. It's harsh. Probably a mistake. Halfway now for Belgium with Jason Denayer of Lyon. Holds it up towards Alderweireld now on the right-hand side of play. Can they make something of this? Belgium late in this first half. Carrasco on the right-hand side, but again an attack breaks down and Denmark are able to just turn and chip the ball away. Left-hand side of defence. Vestergaard makes it look so easy just to chip the ball back towards halfway and into the last 5 minutes of the first half in Parken. And it's gone to plan for Denmark. Perfectly executed performance. Suggestions that it would be a flat back four for Kasper Hjulmand's side. My colleague alongside me, Matt Holland, you suggested it might be three with two wing backs and with three at the back, in the middle, spread across to try and nullify the threat of Lukaku, etc. It's worked a treat so far.
Yeah, it has. As soon as I saw the starting then, I just thought that the names on the team sheet suited playing a back three.
And now Lukaku has the ball, back to goal, tries to thread it through, and that's brilliant defending from Joachim Mæhle. He got an absolutely vital challenge in at just the right time as the ball's now on the right-hand touchline, and Damsgaard tries to run the ball forward, but it just went over the line to throw into Belgium now on this near touchline with Thorgan Hazard.
He's enjoyed himself, Mikkel Damsgaard, youngster, just making his way in international football. The bright new thing in Danish football. He's been outstanding.
He has. And ball's on halfway now. No urgency about this Belgian side whatsoever. They are only a goal down, so let's just put things in perspective here. Head-to-head, by the way, 6 wins for Denmark, 6 wins for Belgium, 3 draws in their 15 past encounters. It's Denmark who are shading the scoreline, but they've dominated possession and have got things absolutely spot on. They'll be keen not to make any errors now as Lukaku gets the ball deep inside the Denmark half. He's beaten 2 players using all his strength here now. Lukaku tries to dig the ball through towards the penalty area, but it didn't have enough purchase on it. He was looking there to thread it through towards Mertens, who's won the ball back now from Joachim Mæhle. And now Lukaku has gone down, and it looks like it's going to be a free kick to Belgium in a decent position. It would be such a shame for the Danes if they were to concede a goal late now in this first half, but Lukaku has just been pulled over, it seems. There's definitely contact there from Kerr, and it is a free kick to Belgium.
It's the first time he's got the better of him in that head-to-head battle. Twice he came short, beat him for strength and pace. Trying to get back, Simon Kerr on the edge of the box. He just brought Lukaku down. It's a good position for Belgium.
Yeah, definite free kick. I don't think there's any dispute about that one. With Carrasco standing over the ball, 25 yards out or so towards the right. Kasper Schmeichel's left. Schmeichel carefully issuing orders to his defence now. And Carrasco needing to deliver a quality ball. A couple of minutes of normal time in the first half remaining in the park. And sun beaming down on that part of the stadium. Ball played in by Carrasco. That's a shocker. That's an absolute shocker. Where was that aim for? Who was he looking for? What was the plan? Absolutely no idea whatsoever. It remains Denmark 1, Belgium 0.
Couple of minutes to half time, you're looking for a bit of quality because it's one of the few occasions they've been in that Danish final third. And I was looking at the way that Denmark was set up defensively. I felt they were a little bit deep actually, almost on top of Kasper Schmeichel, inviting a decent ball into that 6-yard box, but he overhit it. It's a goal kick now to Denmark. A couple of minutes to half time. I'd imagine that they're going to go in at half time with that lead intact, and it's been the perfect tactical masterclass from Denmark.
Long ball from Kasper Schmeichel into the afternoon sunshine in the park, and listen to the crowd. And the Danes have won themselves a free kick. Careless really that, as far as Dries Mertens was concerned. He gave a careless free kick away on the edge of the centre circle.
I tell you, it is a highly charged atmosphere, but they've managed that emotion really well. You know, they've channeled it. They've played with an intensity and a passion.
And they've got a free kick now, which is taken fairly quickly and short by Højbjerg into the path here now of Damsgaard, down towards the left-hand side. How they'd love a second late on in this first half. Opportunity, looking for the ball square towards Delaney, but couldn't quite get there. And now Carrasco brings the ball forward, but he's got 3 Danish players that have backtracked and have taken the ball off his feet. Remarkable from Denmark. Christensen now back towards Vas in his own half, and a long ball forward. Denmark coming at pace once again, this time from Braithwaite towards the edge of the penalty area. He's got an opportunity to shoot left-footed, and it skews away from the right-hand side of goal. Couldn't quite get the right connection on that. It's well off target in the end, and it remains Denmark 1, Belgium 0.
Well, the Belgian players are looking for an offside flag. They thought that Braithwaite was in offside position, but it's down that right-hand channel again, down the side of Vertonghen. Vertonghen is lacking pace, can't get tight to Braithwaite. Showed him inside, showed him the goal, and he got the shot horribly wrong. But it looks a really good avenue for Denmark.
Yeah, he just couldn't really take the shot as much as he would have liked there. Now into a minute of added on here, and Romelu Lukaku has got the ball for Belgium and has won himself a throw-in on that far side. Teammate of Christian Eriksen's, of course. And as I said earlier, 9 goals in 16 in major tournaments. Romelu Lukaku for Belgium. But Denmark have just got to see this out now in the closing stages of the first half. It's a throw-in that's going to be taken here by Meunier. Taken short towards the right-hand side, and Tielemans, and the referee blows his whistle. What a first half that is for Denmark. The only goal of the game coming from Yusuf Poulsen early on in the match after a mistake at the back, sloppy from Belgium, and Poulsen took his opportunity magnificently. The 10th minute, the game was stopped. The referee with the agreement of both teams, of course, and a magnificent minute's applause for Christian Eriksen. Both sets of players making their way off the field of play. It's job done so far, so good for Denmark, with Poulsen's goal after a couple of minutes at half-time in the Parken. It's Denmark 1, Belgium 0. Thank you, Natalie. Yes, quite a first half that was. Extraordinary from Denmark. They lead by a goal to nil. Belgium won in Copenhagen in September 2020 with De Gea and Mertens goals. But here it's a different story right now, as Denmark have that advantage at half-time. They've only won 2 of the last 11 European Championship matches, Denmark. 1-0 against the Netherlands in 2012 and 2-0 against Bulgaria in the group stages of 2004. So, although you talk about their form, then, you know, they are playing well in this first half. Kevin De Bruyne is coming out now for Belgium, stripped and ready for action. Looks like we're going to see him straight on that.
Yeah, well, I know that I'd get all 3 on it. It looks like one of them at least. So Kevin De Bruyne ready to come into the fray. Not surprised at all. A player of immense quality. Someone who can make a difference in tight games. Looks ready to go.
Yes, the Manchester City man about to make his 81st appearance for Belgium. He scored 21 goals. And Roberto Martinez not hanging around. Kevin De Bruyne is coming on at half-time for Belgium. Can he be the game changer? Can he make that impact that improves Belgium at the start of this second half? They have to do something. They have done something. And the man to make way is the man who has earned his 100th cap for his country tonight, Dries Mertens. He is the man who makes way for Kevin De Bruyne, who is on the field of play now.
Not the way you want to celebrate your 100th cap, is it? Being dragged off at half-time. He was totally anonymous, though, in that first half. And
he wasn't the only one.
I was about to say, in all fairness, he could have taken 3 or 4 players off. And you know, they couldn't have had an argument, really, about being dragged. But, yeah, it's not the best way to celebrate your 100th game.
Lukaku gets us underway then. Belgium in their all-white kit. Attacking from left to right now. Belgium a goal down after that mistake in that first half. And cashing in was Yusuf Poulsen with his 9th goal for Denmark. But Kevin De Bruyne can be a game changer, we know that. He's on and ready for action. Schmeichel now just chips the ball forward for Denmark, but De Bruyne's on the ball already, the Belgium substitute. Balls out of play on this near touchline as Denmark win themselves a throw-in, and it's going to be Joachim Mæhle who is going to take it for the Danes. Short for Damsgaard on this left-hand side. Even shorter for Kjær in the centre half. Back towards Kasper Schmeichel now, who launches it up towards the Belgian half of the field. Headed back, but only as far as Damsgaard once again here for Denmark, as they try and get the ball forward towards Martin Braithwaite, but it's through towards Courtois.
Just in terms of the setup now of Belgium, it's like there's a slight tactical tweak from Roberto Martinez. It looks like he's split Carrasco and Lukaku up top. Kevin De Bruyne playing almost as a false 9 now. You know, instead of Lukaku was up against Simon Kjær at the heart of that Danish defence, he just followed him everywhere. Now all of a sudden he's got a different problem and a totally different player to play up against. Lukaku looks like he's drifted to his right hand side, and De Bruyne now is the one who's in the middle. He obviously won't stay up and allow himself to be marked like Lukaku did against Kjær.
Yep, so a different proposition now and a game changer potentially, and Belgium already enjoying possession more in the early stages of this second half than they did in the first. And now here's Meunier, tries to get the ball forward, but Denmark have intercepted it. The ball is threaded through nicely here now towards the goal scorer Poulsen on this left-hand side now. Here's Poulsen who holds the ball up for Denmark. Square inside here for Delaney now. Back towards halfway, and here's Kjær. But Belgium starting to close them down a little bit more. I'm sure Roberto Martinez had pretty strong words with his Belgian side in the dressing room at half-time. Now here's Delaney moving forward for Denmark. Left-footed shot goes wide of Courtois' left-hand post, and Courtois probably had it covered anyway. Lacked the power that was necessary, certainly lacked the direction. But why not have a puck from there? It was around about 25 yards, left-footed from Delaney. But it remains Denmark 1, Belgium 0. I went to the third minute of the second half on Talksport.
And why not have a go? He picked the ball up in acres of space, and then he was driving towards the Belgian goal, and the Belgian back players just dropped off, allowed him the time and space to come forward and get his shot away.
Good indeed. And now ball's up towards halfway. You just sense that the intensity of the match is going to step up a notch here, with Belgium now moving forward, and Carrasco on the left hand side tries to whip the ball into the penalty area. Was looking there towards Dendoncker, back now towards Tielemans, holds the ball up. He was threatening a long range shot there. The ball is chipped into the area with a header from Meunier. It's off target, and it's going to be a goal kick to Denmark away to our right, but already more intent from Belgium, I would suggest, in the early stages of this second half. Matt Holland.
Yeah, they've looked better already 3 minutes into this second half, and Roberto Martinez looks a much happier man on the touchline. Thumbs up to his team. Looks a bit more space for them. It was a decent chance there actually, and Meunier got it all wrong.
One defeat in 24 matches. Belgium, they lost to England, of course, in the Nations League qualifying in October. And now, the right-hand side of play, here's Meunier. As Belgium come again, a quick first-time ball from De Bruyne. But it breaks down, it just lacked direction there from the Manchester City man, and the ball's on the left-hand side for Denmark now with Joachim Mæhle. They try and launch the ball forward again. This time, charging forward is Braithwaite. Braithwaite snapping at the heels of Courtois, who puts the ball out of play on the near touchline, level with the edge of the Belgian penalty area, throwing Denmark.
Reluctance from Courtois to use his right foot. It was on his right side and just wanted to use his left. Meant all he could do was just side foot it out for a throw-in.
Now here's Mæhle with the throw-in, level with the edge of the Belgian penalty area. It's returned back to Mæhle on his right foot, squares the ball towards the edge of the box here for Damsgaard. Damsgaard, is he fouled? Referee has given a foul just outside the area. Real opportunity for Denmark in a decent position here now. Damsgaard was on the ball, 2 Belgian players closed him down. In the end, it's Tielemans, very carelessly really, who's just got him with his left foot right outside the area. Foolish really.
Yeah, and I actually think it might have been Dendoncker that he gave the foul against for a pull on the shirt. I've been really impressed with Damsgaard. He's really shown a lot of confidence for someone of his age.
Yes, 5 minutes into the second half. Denmark have this free kick now outside the penalty area. It's Daniel Vass who's standing over the ball. He was scored for Denmark, Vass. But Damsgaard's over the ball alongside him as well. And it's going to be a shot taken here by Damsgaard straight into the Belgian wall and away for a Denmark throw-in on this near side. Damsgaard had plenty of pace in that free kick, but it's away for a throw-in on this near side now.
Well, the wall did its job brilliantly, and Dendoncker, well done. He watched that ball all the way and headed it away. It was a dangerous situation.
Belgium scrambling the ball away deep inside their own half now from Meunier, but it's back to a red shirt in the shape of Vestergaard. Now short on the left-hand side towards Mæhle, scrapping for everything here. Belgium are closing them down more. There was a distinct lack of urgency in that first half, but now Denmark are holding the ball again, and the Danish fans in good voice. Højbjerg, left-hand side of play halfway, short here to Damsgaard towards the edge of the penalty area, moving forward. And they tried to just thread the ball through from Mæhle, didn't spot the opportunity on the overlap. And now Belgium coming forward at pace. Lukaku on the right-hand side of play. Ball's been played towards him from halfway. Lukaku now moves towards the penalty area. Fantastic tackle coming in on the Danish left from Vestergaard. He timed his move to perfection, and the ball's got out of play on this near side. Lukaku challenged and away for a throw-in.
Referee played a really good advantage actually in that build-up. Carrasco was fouled, but they allowed play to continue because Kevin De Bruyne picked up possession, and he picked out Lukaku making that run down the channel. For once he was faced up 1v1 against his defender and running at him, but good defending to stop him.
Meunier now on this right-hand touchline for Belgium, goes all the way back here towards Jason Denayer. Wants the ball up on halfway square for Vertonghen now. Can Belgium make something of this? Kevin De Bruyne now midway inside the Danish half, goes back again to Denayer. Denmark 1, Belgium 0 is still the scoreline on Talksport. Into the 53rd minute of this match with a fantastic atmosphere in the park, and it is a wonderful arena and a wonderful city, of course. And now the ball short here for Tielemans. What can he make of this for Belgium as tried to move forward, and on the overlap was Dendoncker, but again Denmark closing them down.
Yeah, they are. I mean, he hasn't made a significant impact yet, Kevin De Bruyne, but just by his presence and the positions that he's picking up, he's giving Denmark more of an issue. Because he's not staying up against Kerr, he's drifting into midfield. All of a sudden, Belgium have got an extra man in the middle of the pitch, and they're starting to have a bit more time and space because of it.
Maybe a boost as well for his winning mentality, De Bruyne, we know that, and how much impact could that have rubbing off on his teammates? How much of a boost is it for Belgium to have him back and available? And foul committed on Denmark's Yusuf Poulsen on the edge of the centre circle, and Denmark come again now, all in red this evening in the Parken. Ball on the left-hand touchline, and Mæhle. Still only one goal between them here, although Denmark were by far the better side for the majority of that first half. I think we can all agree on that. Ball's run loose towards Lukaku now as he takes on his man and the ball runs forward. Lukaku's into the area for Belgium, squares the ball for De Bruyne. De Bruyne squaring a tap-in and a goal for Belgium. They equalise in the Parken. A simple tap-in in the end for Hazard, and that was a well-worked goal. Lukaku, De Bruyne, Hazard, the equaliser. It's Denmark 1 and Belgium 1.
Well, for the majority of this game, Belgium have been second best, but all it takes is a moment of real quality, and that's what we've just seen. The combination between De Bruyne and Lukaku. Lukaku beat Simon Kerr, stepped over his challenge, plays in De Bruyne. De Bruyne's first touch is an excellent one, sets himself up for a shot, but he cleverly just pulls it back across the 6-yard box into the path of the on-rushing Torgan Hazard, who has a tap-in from 6 yards out. Schmeichel no chance. Absolutely brilliant team goal from Belgium to bring them level.
On the break as well, Hazard's 7th goal for Belgium, a left-footed tap-in. Schmeichel absolutely no chance, but that was pure class from Lukaku, and then De Bruyne with his first touch and then spotting the opportunity away to his left. That was pure class, and we have a level game now. Denmark 1, Belgium 1 on Talksport.
Well, just 2 minutes earlier I was saying the difference that De Bruyne had made just by the positions he was picking up and his presence on the pitch, and while heavily involved in the goal and setting Hazard up, it really was magic. It's the first time we've seen Lukaku free from his man as well. He went past Vestergaard and Simon Kerr as if they weren't there, played a little ball into De Bruyne, and he had the presence to pick out Hazard.
How much has that changed the game now?
Massively changed the game.
Denmark coming forward again though on the right hand side of play. Have they won themselves a corner? Yes, they have. It was well played by Braithwaite, and it's a corner to Denmark away on that right hand side. The atmosphere electric in the Parken, but my goodness, when you're talking about Lukaku and De Bruyne making all the difference, that combination, and capable of doing that at any given moment.
Exactly. When you've got players of immense quality like those two have, they can be quiet for long periods, and all it takes is that second for them to just produce that bit of magic, and that's what we've just seen.
Now a corner to the Danes, Daniel Vass on that far side. Carrasco is just about the right distance away from him. Vass now for Denmark. He's got one player away to his left for the short option, which he does do so. And now the left-footed ball towards the penalty area. But the Belgians are able to deal with it and get the ball clear, and a foul committed. They're coming together really. It's going to be a free kick to Belgium midway inside their own half. I'm not happy about that, but the referee's given them the free kick. Lukaku having a little word with the referee here, but it's very much as though it's Hazard and Vass involved in the coming together.
Well, there's a protest from the Belgian players simply because Hazard got there first. The ball went forward, which is what they were saying to the referee. Say, how can Vass have touched that ball when the ball's gone in our direction? Hazard got there first, nicked it past Vass, and I think Vass's reaction in front of the referee, the little squeal, just brought in that decision.
Well, free kick to Denmark then. Almost central in front of goal. And we're approaching the hour mark in the Parken. One apiece now between Denmark and Belgium. Standing over the ball with his free kick is Daniel Vass, just as Belgium are bringing the ball away. Short option again, whipped across, that time by Højbjerg, back towards the edge of the penalty area, and Lukaku again beats two men, but then a desperate challenge coming in that time from Daniel Vass. That's going to be a yellow. And it's a clumsy challenge. I think he's taken one for the team there because Belgium were starting to come forward on the break and with pace.
It's a different Belgium we've seen at the start of the second half, and certainly since the goal as well. They're just playing with a lot more confidence and a lot more urgency. Now, Delaney picked the ball up on the edge of the box moments ago, and then all of a sudden there's 3 or 4 Belgian players going, get tight, stopping the shot. They made the block and off they went.
Substitution for Belgium with Dendoncker. Oh, it's Hazard who's coming on for Carrasco. So there's the change. Even Hazard comes on and gets the captain's armband as well.
Now Witzel's on as well.
Yes.
Witzel is on for Dendoncker. I mean, there's the 3 changes that I said I'd made at half time. What's it taken? Was it taken him 15 minutes at the start of the second?
Spot on.
To make the other 2. And I said those 3 players are so important to this Belgium side, and they need minutes in their legs.
So Roberto Martinez now with 3 new faces on the field of play. One of them already, De Bruyne, has made a massive difference. Has opened up opportunities for Belgium. Now, can they go on and seal the deal?
It's lovely as a manager, isn't it, when you've got those options off the bench though, and you know you're in a tight game, and all of a sudden you're able to say, do you know what, I'll make a slight tactical switch, I'll bring De Bruyne on, play him as a false 9, and then with half an hour to go we'll just bring on Eden Hazard just to try and run at them and try and produce a bit of magic to go on and win this game. It's a nice luxury.
Yes, Hazard now, 109th appearance for Belgium tonight, 32 goals to his name. Just emphasising really the amount of experience that is in that Belgian squad.
And the goals in that squad as well. Lukaku 62, Hazard, you said there, 32, Batshuayi 22, Mertens 21, De Bruyne 21. There's goals throughout the side.
Hazard's on the ball already as he threads it out towards the left-hand side of play. De Bruyne now trying to move forward. Square ball again to Hazard. He's now going to square it towards De Bruyne once again. And now Denmark are able to win it back, but this is only respite for the Danes because Belgium are playing at a completely different pace than they were in the first. Denmark overran them on several occasions, but now it's a completely different game and a completely different Belgian side. Witzel involved that time as well, and with the substitutes. Witzel, of course, with 110 appearances to his name as well. A Danish substitution about to be made here with Christian Norgård coming onto the field of play, and Poulsen is going to come off, the goal scorer for Denmark. So there's one substitution for the Danes about to be made right now. We're just seeing replays on our monitors here in London of the goal and the analysis of whether there might have been a shout for offside, but the lines were pretty clear.
Well, Carrasco was the nearest to being in an offside position, but he actually didn't even touch the ball or get involved in the play, did he? Because it was Hazard that eventually put the ball into the back of the net.
Yes, Norgård for Poulsen, as we say. Substitution made for Danish manager Kasper Hjulund, or coach. And also a second substitution, Striger is on for Vass. So, second substitution, Jens Striger Larsen comes on for Vass, who has had a reasonable game so far, but clumsy challenge just a few moments ago. Now Denmark come forward once again with Delaney, holds the ball up short here towards Damsgaard. Damsgaard just approaching the Belgian penalty area, tries to once again throw it through towards Delaney. Belgium have won it back, De Bruyne thought he'd won it back, but Denmark picked his pocket somehow there. And now the ball's on the edge of the centre circle. It's in possession with Kerr. Simon Kerr plays the ball short here towards Vestergaard on the left-hand side of play. Denmark on the attack now at one apiece. Ball's held up by Mæhle. Mæhle tries to whip the ball into the area. It's going to be ushered away quite comfortably from Torgen Hazard. And it's going to be a goal kick to Belgium away to the left-hand side. Courtois about to take it. And we're in the 63rd minute of the match. It's Denmark 1, Belgium 1 on Talksport.
It looks like that change from Denmark is in reaction really to what Belgium have done. And because of the position now that Kevin De Bruyne is playing in, it looks like Norgaard's gone in as a holding midfield player just to keep his eyes on Kevin De Bruyne, rather than saying to one of the Danish players, you go in tight. Simon Kerr, for instance, and it looks like he might even have gone to a back four as well. So he's still the back five, but Norgaard's now, his job is to keep an eye on De Bruyne.
Yeah, what a handful. Earlier today, Ukraine 2, North Macedonia 1. Still to come tonight, the Netherlands and Austria. And this has been a good game, make no mistake about that, but you do feel as though there's more twists and turns to come in this one. Alderweireld now has the ball for Belgium, midway inside the Denmark half. Squares it here towards Meunier. Now into the area looking for Lukaku. Denmark scramble the ball away. It's a corner to Belgium away to our right in front of their own fans.
We haven't seen that very often. Tielemans on the half turn, running at the opposition defence. He tried to slide in Lukaku, just got a bit too much on the pass.
Yes, and here comes Kevin De Bruyne to take this corner for Belgium. Quite an impact he's made as a half-time substitute. Wonderful first touch, and then the square ball for the goal towards the far side of the penalty area. De Bruyne's corner, but it's pulled away and up towards the edge of the centre circle for Belgium, into the path of Thomas Meunier. Now De Bruyne again on the right-hand side this time, goes all the way back towards Courtois in the Belgium goal. The Danish fans still in good voice, getting right behind their side. This is a good game.
The Danish players need the fans' help now, because it's Belgium in the ascendancy on the front foot. De Bruyne just rescued a loose pass from Witsel, but it's all Belgium. They're keeping the ball now, passing it around nicely. The impact of De Bruyne is there for everyone to see.
Denmark have got to avoid defeat to keep the hopes alive. If they lose this, it's a crushing blow for them. If they could nick a winner, but you do feel with the players that are on the field of play now, Matt Holland, if anybody's going to nick a winner, it'll be Belgium.
Yeah, they look the most likely now because they've taken control of the game. And you hear the whistles from the Danish fans. It's because they can't get tight as they did in the first half. And Belgium all of a sudden are passing the ball around much more freely, much more easily. There's more confidence in the team.
Paulson's goal in the second minute of the match cancelled out by a wonderful team goal from Belgium. Hazard got it after Lukaku and De Bruyne combined. The impact of both those players, wonderful. And we know they're capable of doing something like that at any moment in time in this match. One apiece and a free kick to Denmark just outside their own penalty area. Surely they'll leave Kasper Schmeichel to take this one now. Schmeichel with his 67th cap for Denmark this evening. Of course, his dad scored at this stadium against Belgium. He scored a penalty to put them 2-1 up before a 2-2 draw. And now the ball's towards the left-hand side for Denmark to hold the ball up on this near side with Damsgaard now. But again, Belgium different because they're closing players down. Damsgaard tries to chip the ball in towards the penalty area, but there's increased confidence in the Belgian defence now as well, because they're able to bring the ball clear and up towards halfway. De Bruyne now tries the ball towards the right-hand side, but the too much on it is straight out of play, and this will be a throw-in to Denmark now on this near side. In the 67th minute of the game on Talksport, it's Denmark 1, Belgium 1.
Well, they look dangerous every time they go forward now. Lukaku drifting out to this right-hand side, trying to face up Vestergaard. De Bruyne didn't get the pass right on this occasion, but the game has changed.
Yeah, the substitutions that you called, you've got to credit Roberto Martinez. He made the call, he made the decision.
I don't think it was difficult for him. I honestly don't think it was difficult because that first half was so poor.
Oh, De Bruyne tried to get Lukaku through then. Somehow, desperately, Denmark were able to intercept the through ball, and they had to as well because Lukaku was in on goal. Ball's on halfway again here for Denmark now with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg just holding the ball up, nobody closing him down at the moment. And again, he takes the return ball from away to his right. The ball now on halfway once again for Denmark with Mæhle holding the ball up square here towards Delaney. A little interesting passage of play here where it's certainly not the pace of the game that it was in the first half. As Denmark come forward again here with Damsgaard. Lovely ball out towards the left-hand side of Joachim Mæhle. Mæhle towards the edge of the penalty area. Can he unleash a shot? He can! It's held by Courtois. It was well worth the effort. It was low and hard. And Courtois, safe pair of hands in the perfect position to make the save for Belgium.
In the first half, Mæhle got forward virtually on every occasion. He was given freedom to get into advanced positions. We haven't seen him getting forward at all in the second. That's the first time we've seen him in that Belgian final third. He's allowed to cut inside, and Witsel for a moment thought about making a challenge, dangled a leg, pulled out at the last minute.
Now they're coming forward again, Denmark. What can they make of this as the ball's threaded through here, looking towards the threat of Joachim Mæhle once again. Now the ball's with Damsgaard, who goes down in the area, and it's a free kick to Belgium. The Danes are appealing for a penalty, and Damsgaard has been given a yellow card. He's gone down in the Belgian penalty area. Love to see a replay of that to see how much of a blatant dive it is.
Oh, he's absolutely dive because he knew as soon as the decision was made and the referee showed him the yellow card, he actually patted the referee and said, yeah, you're absolutely right.
He's left his right foot trailing.
There's no contact whatsoever. Renier goes to make the challenge, doesn't, and then he just dives over his leg. It's not good. I've talked him up this game as well. Been really impressed with him. You know, he's a youngster making his way in the game. I think it's only his fourth international appearance, and he's been really good, shown some really magic feet at times, but that's not what you want to see. And the referee in a really good position, got it spot on.
That's why I said I wanted to see the replay to see how bad it was. Absolutely no contact. Ball threaded through towards Lukaku now in the Danish penalty area. Two men are on him. He's staying on his feet. He's taking the ball out towards the touchline on this near side. Lukaku now tries to twist and turn and get through two players. He's beaten two. He threads the ball square here for Belgium towards the edge of the penalty area. Now an opportunity for De Bruyne! Belgium have the lead, and who else could it be but that man, Kevin De Bruyne, who is a super sub for Belgium tonight. He gives them the advantage with his 22nd goal for his country. It's Denmark 1, Belgium 2.
Off the bench, he set one up, he scored the other. Kevin De Bruyne is some technician, and again the first goal was a fabulous team goal. This one wasn't bad either. Lukaku does brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly, to hold off a couple of challenges. When the ball comes to De Bruyne, he's still got a lot to do. It's Hazard to Hazard, back to De Bruyne, he smashes it past Schmeichel. It's past him before he can even blink. That is some hit from the Belgian number 10. He really is a top-class player, Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, who else could it be? That is so sweetly struck. Now he's just on the edge of the area, left-footed, and the way he's caught the ball with his boot and placed it to precision as well, to leave Kasper Schmeichel absolutely no chance. Any youngsters that want to see how to finish, that is a perfect way to do it.
I called him the number 10. He's actually got number 7 on his back, but he's playing in the number 10 position. What a player Kevin De Bruyne is. What an impact off the bench.
What a turnaround.
Talk about making a difference. I said, if you're Roberto Martinez, you're not panicking. You know your team haven't played well, but you're looking at your bench thinking, well, I've got some ammunition here. I've got players who can come on and make a difference.
Yep, Delaney is off, and Matthias Jensen is the man who has come on. And Andreas Corneliusson is on for Mikkel Damsgaard as well. So a couple of changes for Denmark, but what a turnaround in this game. Belgium had the lead after going behind in the second minute. Denmark 1, Belgium 2. We're into the 72nd minute. Cornelius on for Damsgaard, as I say. So Kasper Hjulmand making the changes, but another defeat for Denmark leaves them under pressure to get out of the group. And of course, pre-match it was all about the emotion surrounding Christian Eriksen, and after the 10th minute, a minute of applause as the game was stopped. But after all that is said and done, Belgium in this second half have done a job on Denmark, Matt Holland.
They've been absolutely brilliant in the second period. It's chalk and cheese from what we saw in the first period. They were second best, they were slow, they were ponderous, no quality at all. Lukaku was struggling up against Simon Kjær, didn't get a hold of the ball, didn't give his team that platform to try and get themselves up the pitch. The introduction of Kevin De Bruyne has made all the difference. Playing in that false 9 position, just dropping off, he's got freedom to go where he wants. All of a sudden they've got an extra body in the middle of the pitch and they've made it count. They've moved the ball quicker, they've chased better, there's been more intensity about their play, but Kevin De Bruyne is the man that's made the big difference.
Well, they've won 7 matches under Roberto Martinez at the European Championships and the World Cup finals combined. Can it be number 8 now as we head into early evening on this Thursday evening? Denmark 1, Belgium 2 on Talksport. Matt Holland alongside me, Nigel Pearson, talking you through all the action from this game, which has been a super game so far. Denmark magnificent in that first half, but I would suggest Belgium more like the Belgium we know in this second half, helped by ammunition from the bench, mainly in the shape of Kevin De Bruyne, who has made such a huge difference to this match.
And Denmark have run out of steam. That first half they put so much into it. I talked about the emotion of the game, and they played at such an intensity and such a pace. I asked the question at half time, how long can they keep it up?
Well, they're on the attack now, Denmark, to try and get something out of this game. A powerful shot coming in there from Martin Braithwaite, powered away by Courtois in the Belgian goal, and they come again here, Denmark now. What can they make of this with Mathias Jensen back towards the centre circle, and the Danish fans still getting right behind their side in the Parken. Balls for Jensen here again as he tries to launch one towards the right hand side and the touchline, but Belgium are able to win the ball back now, and Lukaku's calling for it down the middle. Lukaku in towards the edge of the penalty area. It's going to fall here to De Bruyne again, and it's a save by Schmeichel that time. Well worth the shot from Kevin De Bruyne, but Kasper Schmeichel saw it all the way, and it lacked the pace of that shot that the goal-scoring shot did.
As soon as he took the shot on, he actually held his hand up as an apology, because he could easily have played Lukaku in, who was in probably a better position. The form he's in and the way he's played in this game, you wouldn't have put it past him to nestle that in the top corner, would you?
Yes, apologise, Kevin. Disgraceful. What a performance. And Belgium now happy to hold on to the ball. We're into the last quarter of an hour, plus time added on in this game in the Parken in Copenhagen. A little bit more subdued now, the Danish fans, but I suppose a bit like the team. Could they really keep that pace up of dancing and jumping up and down and singing for the whole 90 odd minutes? But my goodness, it's been an emotional occasion tonight, hasn't it? As Denmark come forward again now towards the edge of the area. Opportunity for a shot here, deflected over. Martin Braithwaite was the man. Left-footed shot wins the corner for Denmark away to the left in front of their own fans, who are all stood up, getting right behind them now.
What a block from Alderweireld. Braithwaite did brilliantly, skipped inside, just about to pull the trigger, and Alderweireld dives in front and makes a brilliant block. The ball loops over the top. You saw his teammates rush to him and pat him on the back. Such an important intervention.
Yeah, corner opportunity now for Denmark. What can they make of this then on the right hand side? It's high and up towards the penalty area, and the penalty spot I should say, and it's Vestergaard with a header that doesn't make the direction, and there's a collision in the area. Courtois is down, and our referee Bjorn Kuipers will allow a little bit of treatment. I think there was a collision there with Kjær in the area, but I'm sure Courtois is going to be okay. Just an accidental coming together in the penalty area. But Lukaku now, Matt, it has to be said, looking for the ball time and time again, using his pace to charge forward and cause the problems for Denmark. Wouldn't surprise you if Belgium scored another, would it?
Oh, not at all. I mean, the space it's opened up, and now, of course, Denmark are chasing the game. They're behind in the match. They've thrown Cornelius on up top. They've got to try and somehow find a way back into the game, but by doing that, you're going to leave space for Belgium to counter, and they've got such quality players who can take advantage of that space. I mean, they've scored 2 absolutely terrific goals.
Yes.
The build-up for both of them. Torgan Hazard for the second goal played the little short ball to Eden Hazard, and the weighted pass back to De Bruyne was absolutely perfect. But when it came to him, he still had a lot to do, and he drove it in with his left foot past Schmeichel.
Yeah, such a game changer. Courtois, I think, is about to get to his feet. He is. Bit of ice on his knee. Coming together. I don't think it was as bad as that, really. Just a clash of kneecaps, but not really.
They can be quite sore, those. Knee on knee.
Yeah, but, you know, they were close together anyway. But I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. Don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, Netherlands versus Austria on Talksport, presented by Mark Saggers. Your commentators, Jim Proudfoot and Stuart Pearce, after us here on this Denmark versus Belgium game. Looking forward to that one. Excited to see the Netherlands. I covered the Austrian game on Sunday and thoroughly enjoyed it, because Austria got their first ever win in the Euros. Really enjoyed that one, so hopefully they can give the Netherlands a game at 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, well, I covered the Dutch against Ukraine, and what a performance they put in as well. 2 goals up, it looked done and dusted. Ukraine fought back and they still managed to find the winner.
Now Denmark have got the ball on halfway. 11 minutes remain. There's going to be 5 or 6 added on, I'm sure, for the stoppages, for subs and injuries. De Bruyne now on the left-hand touchline for Belgium, making them tick, causing problems, and balls back for Eden Hazard, who's tackled and wins a free kick. And Denmark are starting to lose their discipline here now as well. The referee is actually playing advantage there. He signals the advantage with his left arm in the air, and Belgium go all the way back to Courtois in their goal. They'll just keep one eye on the clock from here as well, I'm sure, because we're up to the almost up to the 80-minute mark now. Quite a turnaround for Belgium, on the verge of making it 6 points out of 6, 2 out of 2 in the group in the Euros here. Ball's out wide on the right-hand side. Eden Hazard, one of the substitutes. We mentioned the substitute options towards the end of the first half, with the likes of Hazard and De Bruyne. And my goodness me, it's a luxury for Roberto Martinez to have that. How far can they go in this tournament, Belgium, we wonder? Outclassed in the first half, I don't mind describing it as that. Alderweireld now launches the ball forward towards Lukaku, but Lukaku challenges Vestergaard illegally in front of the assistant referee on that near side. We're into the last 10 minutes. Denmark 1, Belgium 2 on Talksport.
Well, the importance of De Bruyne and Hazard to Belgium is huge, and it wouldn't surprise me, well, I don't think it surprise anybody if they're in the starting 11 come the game against Finland.
Now Belgium have got the ball back up towards the halfway line. Opportunity now for them to perhaps build on this, and Tielemans is fouled on this near touchline. The yellow card starting to creep in here now. Matthias Jensen hasn't been on the field of play that long. The Brentford man, of course, commits the foul on the touchline, and that was on Tielemans, as we say. It's a yellow card. Denmark could do with just maintaining some sort of composure here. Only a goal behind, remember. But Belgium starting to stamp their authority. They're dictating the pace of play. They're enjoying much more of the possession. It's the best we've seen from them in this match.
It is. You know, if Denmark are to get back in the game, you've got to get the ball. At the moment, they can't get near it.
There's an off-the-ball incident on that far touchline. One of the Belgian players is down. I think it's going to be okay though. Ball's out of play. Is it Kempo under? there's one or two boos around the Parken. It is cramp creeping in, and it's Torgan Hazard, one of the goal scorers, and our referee Bjorn Kuipers is telling him to get up. No sympathy for cramp from the referee. It's awful though, isn't it, cramp?
I tell you what, it's a boiling hot day in Copenhagen. This game has been played at a relentless pace. It's no surprise to see a few players at the end of a long, hard season going down with cramp.
He won't be the only one, will he, in the next 10 minutes? Well, who knows? Let's see. Now, ball's on halfway as Belgium look to try and seal the deal against Denmark. It's 2-1 to Belgium after, if you have just joined us on Talksport, Denmark took a very early lead from Yusuf Poulsen after a mistake at the back from Belgium. And now Denmark have won the ball back, but it was Andreas Cornelius, the substitute, who couldn't find a red shirt, lacked quality with the ball. Now the ball's out on the left-hand side. Cornelius again whips the ball into the area, and he was looking there towards Braithwaite, who needed some sort of touch on that to put it past Courtois, and he couldn't quite get there. But that was a quality delivery in from the left-hand side, that time from Cornelius. And he wasn't far away from it, Braithwaite.
No, two mistakes actually from Belgium. Initially it was Meunier who gave the ball away, and then this is a collector's item. So did Kevin De Bruyne on the edge of the box. And all of a sudden Denmark were on the counter. It was a dangerous ball in. Denayer did really well actually just to get his body in between himself and Braithwaite.
Yeah, Vestergaard's coming off now, so another substitution for Denmark. Andreas Olsen is the man who comes on, Andreas Skov Olsen. So yet another substitution made by the Danish head coach, Kasper Hjulmand. They played superbly first half, but ultimately they'd been undone by the world-class ability of some of the Belgian players in this second half, and we're into the last 6 minutes of this match now as well. And Denmark just can't get a ball. Belgium are managing this game superbly now, Matt, aren't they?
Well, they're keeping the ball in a really good fashion. Do you know, sometimes you're in space and you don't have to move to get the ball. Kevin De Bruyne, he's just drifted into areas where he can get on the ball, keep possession for his team. He has been a class apart in this second period.
Yep, so Andreas Skov Olsen is on for Yannick Vestergaard, and the ball's whipped into the Belgian penalty area, and Courtois is there to pick the ball out of the air, and more valuable seconds being eaten up here for Belgium as time is starting to run away from Denmark on home turf, hence the boos around the Parken.
Yeah, the boos and whistles. They're taking the time every time the ball goes dead, and why wouldn't you? 2-1 up, 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time, in control of the game as things stand, dominating possession. They'd expect a bit of an onslaught from Denmark in this last 5 minutes because their tournament relies on it.
With a moment of magic from the youngster Andreas Skov Olsen. He's only 21 years of age, but he's a tricky winger. Now the ball's whipped across towards the edge of the 6-yard area for Belgium to clear. Only into the path this time though of Christian Norgaard. Norgaard squares the ball this time outside the area to Mæhle. Denmark have the ball. They've got to try and make something of this, but they're going backwards at the moment, and it falls into the path of Andreas Christensen on halfway. Square towards Simon Kjær. This is no good for Denmark. Time running away from them. 86 minutes on the clock. It's still Denmark 1, Belgium 2 on Talksport. Square here now towards Mæhle. Left-hand side of play towards Jensen, one of the substitutes, right-footed. Chips the ball towards the area. It's cleared away again, but only into the path this time. And Norgaard once again. Ball threaded in with a header, and an opportunity off the crossbar here for Martin Braithwaite. Oh my goodness, late drama and agony for Denmark. A superb header. Courtois didn't even move. The delivery in from the wide play for Andreas Skov Olsen, and Braithwaite with a header, well placed and off the crossbar, the corner of the bar. Courtois didn't even move.
Inches away from an equaliser. Thibaut Courtois just puffs out his cheeks. He knows they've got away with one. Hazard gave the ball away. Then Olsen drifted past Torgan Hazard so easily, just chipped the ball into the box. Braithwaite got across Toby Alderweireld and glanced his header towards that corner, and it clipped off the crossbar. Denmark so close to a late equaliser.
Well, these two met in November 2020 in Leuven. Belgium won 4-2 that time, and they're 2-1 up now in the Euro finals in Denmark's backyard, Parken, Copenhagen. And the 90-minute mark is approaching. We're a couple of minutes away from that now. Time pressing for Denmark. They're in their own half, knocking the ball about now with Højbjerg moving towards halfway. On the overlap, calling for it that time was Joachim Møller, but now Mathias Jensen holds the ball up, and shot opportunity falling to Højbjerg, who's now advanced and in the Belgian penalty area. And Denmark still coming strong towards the edge of the box. And this time Belgium snapping away and denying them with Torgan Hazard. Puts the ball out of play on that far touchline. The Danish fans really getting behind their side. Skov Olsen leaves the throw-in to be taken by Jens Striger Larsen. On that far touchline, it's level with the edge of the Belgian penalty area. What can they make of this now? They play it short. And it's into the path here of Mathias Jensen. Square here towards Christensen. Edge of the centre circle. Decent position for Denmark as they try and thread the ball through from Braithwaite, but Belgium are there to intercept once again and deny the opportunity for Denmark. Belgium will feel they have to see this out, because Denmark are coming at them in numbers now. Full credit to them. Ball's played short here, out towards the edge of the area, and a strong right-footed shot from Mathias Jensen of Brentford. Off target, but well worth an effort there. It remains Denmark 1, Belgium 2 late in the game.
Oh, the Danes are pushing hard. It's a courageous effort. They were brilliant in the first half, but they've been well and truly second best in the second. But this last 5 minutes or so, they're doing everything to get themselves back into the game. A surging run from Jensen, smashes his effort just wide of the post. It's a valiant effort from Denmark, and they will come up short. I'm surprised actually that they haven't been a little bit more direct, with Cornelius on the pitch as well. Just tried something different. And I think they tried to play through the thirds, but with Cornelius up top, you have got that option to go long, get bodies around him, try and get the bits and pieces.
Skov Olsen's made a bit of a difference as well in terms of an attacking presence and creating opportunities. 5 minutes to be added on. Denmark have got 5 minutes to try and get something out of this game. Even a point now would enhance their prospects. It's still pressure going down to the final game, but realistically 2 straight defeats leaves you well and truly up against it as the ball's played into the area, and Courtois sees the ball out of play quite easily that time. It could well be an evening ending in frustration for Denmark, Matt Holland.
It's looking that way. Time running out. Boos again from the Danish fans because Thibaut Courtois just walked across his box, just placed the ball. Now he's kicking a plastic glass across the 6-yard box. He's just taking as much
plastic
time.
Cup. It's plastic not glass, cup. It's plastic.
What, H&J will love that one, won't they?
It is empty, by the way. The person who threw that had drunk the beer.
I'm trying to think of the right word. I
did that once, and Jason Cundy ripped me apart. I said it's not a plastic beer bottle. It's either a bottle or plastic.
No, you can't get it right.
No, I can't. Anyway, we're in a tense part of the final stages.
Can Denmark get it right?
Can Denmark get it right? Because Matt Holland and I can't. Halfway now. Clips on the roof, maybe. Out towards Simon Trey into the penalty area and was aiming there that time towards Cornelius, the substitute, who couldn't quite get there, and Courtois was really grateful to get his hands to that in the end for a dangerous position just for a moment as Denmark threatened.
Well, that's what I was talking about Denmark trying to go long on the diagonal, just pulling onto Torgan Hazard.
And now Belgium coming forward on the right-hand side. At pace as well. It's a frenetic end to this game. Meunier plays the ball back towards Witsel. Now Belgium holding the ball up, and whilst it's up this end of the field of play, Denmark can do very little. And it's held up by Eden Hazard now, who plays the ball for De Bruyne towards the edge of the area for Romelu Lukaku, but the offside flag's gone up. De Bruyne on a word with the assistant on this near side, but Denmark have got an opportunity with a free kick now. They need to take this quickly, and Kasper Schmeichel is waving his arms to tell every single Denmark player to get up there, apart from a couple of defenders staying just inside the Danish half. Long ball, too long now, because Courtois is just ushering the ball out of play as he's chased down by Martin Braithwaite, who hit the bar just a few moments ago. But time running out now, because we are up to the almost 3-minute mark of 5 added on now.
Yeah, Martin Braithwaite's just pointing at his wrist as well, as just to say, can you hurry him up? Because he is taking his time. Thibaut Courtois, it's got probably 25 seconds since the ball went out of play before he's eventually taking it.
Yes, regrettably more plastic beer cups enter the arena behind that one goal. But Denmark need a goal. They're 2-1 down in the closing stages in the park, and a foul committed there by Torgan Hazard on Skov Olsen, and it's a yellow card as well, and it's going to be a free kick for Denmark away on the right hand side in the closing stages of this match.
Well, this might be it. This might be the last chance for Denmark. It's slow to react there, Torgan Hazard. It was only 5 minutes ago. He was down with cramp.
Kicked him in the ribs, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been struggling for his fitness the last few minutes, hasn't he? And he was just really slow. Quite rightly shown the yellow card. In fact, I think he might even be going off now, Torgan Hazard.
Marlon is coming on.
Yeah, limping away. That's not a bad sub, is it really, with a minute to go? They're going to throw the ball into the box. For Marlon, got the height advantage. Kasper Schmeichel's come up. He's in the box.
Yes, and his dad scored with a penalty between these two sides. Can Kasper Schmeichel score on the last gasp hero for Denmark? Now the free kick's taken and it's headed away, and there's an empty goal at the other end of the field, and Kevin De Bruyne's on the ball, and Belgium are threatening to break, and Belgium at any time now are going to have a shot here, and the ball is played forward. The shot on goal has come in from Meunier, and it's cleared away. Schmeichel gets away with it, and he's back on his goal line now. But importantly for Belgium, they have the ball, and we are in the last 20 seconds of the 5 minutes to be added on here.
I'm not even sure that was on target, actually, from Meunier. Might well have been going wide, taking the shots on from about 40 yards, and Kasper Schmeichel desperately trying to get himself back into the goal, nowhere near it.
And they're just holding the ball up on this corner now. The corner played short by De Bruyne for Eden Hazard. Inside here now towards Tielemans, holds it up, and the clock ticking away all the time. This will do Belgium nicely. They've got the ball just outside the penalty area. One of the substitutes, Witsel, holds it up. The 5 minutes have elapsed. Any time now you would suggest the referee will blow his whistle, but Denmark are on the break. Is there a chance for one last twist to this dramatic game as Braithwaite moves into the area, and the shot is blocked and cleared away, and the referee blows for full time. It's heartache for Denmark after a wonderful first half. Belgium, though, make it another 3 points, well on their way to the knockout stages. The Danes slump to their knees. They get a standing ovation from their fans, but Belgium turn it around with no small thanks to Kevin De Bruyne, who linked up with Romelu Lukaku, and the world-class talent shone through, and Belgium see the job through in the park. And the final score in Copenhagen: Denmark 1, Belgium 2.